Edges of reality, where fact meets speculation, where paranoia meets illumination, where madness overlaps the fragile membrane of sanity. Do not be afraid. Open your eyes and open your minds to that region that lies beyond the realm of the known, that region we call the ExoZone. I am your host, Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. And with me is my co-host and aficionado of all things fringe, the Nerdrotic Channel's Gary Beekler. Gary, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. How you doing?
Well, a little under the weather, but hanging in. I'm glad to be here on ExoZone to celebrate with fellow ExoZonites on this Thanksgiving holiday. I understand you got some cool stuff for us, and we're gonna take questions and just basically have a good time.
Yes, we're gonna. I want to cheer everybody up on this Thanksgiving, talking about ancient cataclysms and the end of the world, and how basically, why is there no record of ancient civilizations? Now, that is my favorite subject. I'm a big fan of Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson, and what really got me, I've always been into it because of Graham Hancock's books, Fingerprints of the Gods, and listening to Art Bell. And I actually goes way back to In Search Of. That's where I started getting into it. And there's a Randall Carlson video. Basically, it's a YouTuber called After School, and it looks like a little, kid after school special thing. But what they did was they just took clips of Randall Carlson's sacred geometry lectures, which are hours long and amazing. Wow. I mean, you could get the best parts of it by going to Joe Rogan and listening to there's 3 Joe Rogan podcasts with Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock. Those are the best ones he's done by far. They have millions of views. They're great.
Sweet.
Yes. But this After School basically found the one clip that's very important, where he has a little graph of the earliest known human skeletons and present day, and why there might not be any written record of anything, because it's just basically been wiped out multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been pretty lucky. And it's funny because I usually go to Coast AM. I don't like George Nuri, but I like the site because it's a good aggregate of weird news and stuff. And their special tonight is on asteroid impacts. So weird. I just noticed that. But I do want to start out with a weird story.
Oh, all right.
San Diego, my hometown. By the way, let's see, articles. There we go. And there was, here we get to it, and I will share it with you all. And greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving out there.
And now there it is. So woman believes ultrasound shows her late father kissing baby. And it is weird. So and I recognize one of the newscasters. She's been around there since I was in San Diego, which is a long time ago, and it looks like she hasn't aged at all. Wow. But let's get to the there we go. Oh crap. I boomered it. I gotta put the sound. Hang on. I always do that.
Boomered it.
Yeah, I boomered it.
Get the fuck
okay, boomer.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully y'all can hear this. And this is what we're going to start out with.
Look at this ultrasound. A Santee mother said it gave her quite the surprise at her appointment this week.
As our 10 News reporter Rena Nakano shows us, not only did she meet her baby girl, she also got a visit from her late father.
Expectant mother Chantel
Okay.
can't wait to meet her baby girl, especially because she's waited over a decade for another child.
This is actually kind of like my little angel baby because I had 2 miscarriages before this.
4 months in, and she could feel her baby. But it was at this ultrasound this week where she finally got to see her.
And then finally he's like, okay, she sat still, let's do it. Bam, bam, bam. And he took like 3 pictures in a row. And then that was the picture.
At first, all she saw was her little miracle baby, but her friends noticed that there was another person in the ultrasound photo.
Holy crap, that's Chuck. That's Chuck.
Leaning in for a kiss for baby was Carrillo's late father, Charles Chuck Carrillo, a fun-loving man who died of a sudden heart attack in 2016. The craziest part of this discovery is that this was a replica of Chuck's first photo with Carrillo's firstborn at the hospital 10 years ago.
If you were to know my dad, you would know that that's something he would do. He would come back and do something crazy like this.
Some call him Womb Raider.
Like the curved cheek right there in the nose and like just his lips.
Others see him as a ghost, but Carrillo is convinced that her dad is her new baby's guardian angel.
I just find it so awesome because it's like, you know, my dad's in there saying it's okay, it's all good.
You know, when you finally see that, you can't unsee it. It took me a while, and then I was like, that's him.
Yes, you clearly do see that it looks like a face, and it's such a wonderful feeling for her.
Yeah.
And mothers and fathers are always with
It's a
us.
gift.
Indeed, always.
That's Billy Ray Smith's wife right there. He used to be a linebacker for the Chargers. I can't remember her name because it's been so long, but God, she's still there. Hey, look on the upper corner there.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey-o. So
That's
yeah,
us.
that was cool. I thought that was weird and cool. So
I didn't have to look. I saw it instantly, and it was quite so clear that it's almost like you think, well, that's got to be a hoax or something. But damn, if that's real, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, this is probably a hoax, but we got some Bigfoot photographed by baseball player's game camera. A Major League Baseball player recently shared a pair of puzzling photos of mysterious creature prowling around his property, and some suspect that it oddly could be Bigfoot. I'm gonna have to read the rest of this. It could be complete bullshit, but I don't know, man. I remain unconvinced on this. I'm gonna ask what you think on this.
You want to believe, but you can't.
I want to believe in Bigfoot so much. Our big furry buddies out there.
Well,
I'm gonna try to zoom in on this.
Yeah, because it's hard for me to. It looks like a topiary hedge or something to me. But I know it's not, but I can't. Need a better look at it. I mean, up there it looks like Gene Simmons kiss makeup, peeking up over a collar, but I can't see it.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, I can't hear you calling. Well, so
he's walking behind that sign right there, but I mean, I see fingers. I don't see a face though, and it certainly could be a dude in a costume,
a giant gorilla costume.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like a monkey suit.
It does.
Although I can't see the face. I mean, so is there no face there, or
that's that's weird, right?
When Bigfoot goes fat. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like at the very top there,
yeah,
it looks kind of like Gene Simmons.
It does.
With in a collar cutting off his mouth. So it's Gene Simmons has really let himself go. Which is a good Thanksgiving warning, I think.
Yeah, that big. I mean, it's big. The thing is big.
Yeah, I mean,
weird.
It is. What the hell is it?
That thing is big. Let's see what the article says here. And
let's see what it says.
Let's see. Let me go back here. All right. So a Major League Baseball player recently shared a pair of puzzling photos of a mysterious creature prowling around his property, and some suspect that it oddly could be Bigfoot. Jordy Mercer of the Pittsburgh Pirates spends his offseason on a sprawling ranch in Oklahoma, enjoying a variety of outdoor activities throughout the winter months. Placed somewhere on his land is a game camera set up to film deer passing through the area. And earlier this week, the device photographed something particularly strange. This past Wednesday, Mercer tweeted 2 images, which he says were taken on back-to-back days. So these are 2 different days.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, before I go forward, baseball. Oh, sorry. Oh, don't worry. It's just my trash can. So baseball players will F with each other. This is kind of a thing they do. So we got to keep that in mind. All right. So it's back-to-back days. The device so the past Wednesday, Mercer tweeted 2 images, which he says were taken on back-to-back days by the device, and asked, anyone know what this is? The first photo, captured at 3:41 in the afternoon this past Monday, shows what appears.
Hello? You cut out on me. Are you there?
Cutting out, yeah.
Sorry, it
weird.
was brief, but there you go.
Oh, I can see. It must be. God, the internet sucks here. I'm getting new internet, folks. In a couple of months, we're finally getting fiber optic. So, Jesus.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, here, let me bookmark this and get rid of this window, because I'm on my good computer, so there should be no problems right now.
Son of bitch.
Son bitch. What appears to be a tall bipedal creature in the distance. Yeah, let me also do this. There we go. That might help too. Where was I? Bipedal creature in the distance. The second image, produced by the camera at around 3 p.m. the next day, is a bit more distinct, as it features a fairly sizable animal that is clearly walking on 2 legs. Mercer's Twitter followers were quick to respond with suggestions that the game camera had photographed the legendary Sasquatch in the flesh. Others were a bit more skeptical, saying that the creature was probably a bear. And there were some people who argued that Mercer was having a bit of a laugh by hoaxing a Bigfoot photo using someone in a gorilla suit. To that end, the second photo is pretty suspect in that it does appear to resemble a costume more than an actual creature. Be that as it may, what's your theory? I'm very skeptical.
Well, if you want, I shared a screen of it.
Oh, yes.
I can zoom in.
Let's do that. That's
so
good, man. Look at you.
So here, you see that?
Yeah.
That looks like eye makeup, and that's his eye. That's his nose. That's like going down there. He's got like a collar here. But look at these hands. Yeah. My God. That is weird. That is very weird. I think it looks like a gorilla suit.
It looks
like
that
is weird right there. You see that?
Yeah. That's okay. I can see the face now. It's flat. But yeah.
I mean, I can get it's pixely, but
yeah. Oh wait,
I don't know. It looks like one of these things where the face kind of goes like that. Like that's like maybe a plastic part of the costume.
Yeah.
And then
God, I remember seeing a Bigfoot picture. God, it was like 10 years ago. I haven't been able to find it since of supposedly a Bigfoot face, and it was very like flat and inset, so it probably wasn't real.
See, zoomed in like that. That looks like a mouth.
Yeah, it does.
That looks like the nose. So it looks like a weird, cheap. I don't know. He's like a clown Sasquatch or something. I don't know. Yeah. He's the Joker Sasquatch or something.
There he goes. Why so serious?
Those hands are pretty.
Yeah, those are big. They're big, and I'm sure those are very big hands.
Not little hands, big hands.
I gotta find this. Yeah, that's weird.
So he's about normal. I mean, he looks bulky because his proportions are weird because of the bulkiness of the the suit, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of height, I imagine that fence right there is probably about like, I don't know, like 3 feet high or
3
something.
feet, 4 feet. Yeah.
So, you know, so he's,
That's a big dude.
yeah,
I think he's having a little fun with us though.
I think maybe so.
We got something else weird. This is from the Coast to Coast site here.
I'll go ahead and close that.
Again. It's a street artist. Okay, never mind.
A street artist.
Thing. It was pretty good. It looks like our good friend Billy Meier's iconic Billy Meier flying saucer photo goes up for auction.
Ooh.
Yeah, here, let's.
You mean the actual negative?
It is here. We'll share that. How do you? What's your opinion on Billy Meier?
Boy, I don't know. I mean, I was very interested in that case many, many years ago.
Yep.
I thought that there were a lot of pictures that he took that would be very hard to fake. And then there were some other pictures that were obviously fake. So it's very difficult, you know, because look at that picture. I mean, that picture is very good. I mean, look at, there's no space around it. It's quite high. Not easy to take. There's a lot of beautiful pictures, but then there was like some video that had like one of these purported UFOs like flying around a house, and it looked like it was on a string. You know, it looked very Ed Wood. And they did find a model in his farmhouse at some point. But I mean, you look at a compendium of these photos, and I think that I don't know. You know, they're very good pictures.
The early. It seems to me that if it was true, like maybe his first couple of pictures were real, and then he wanted to keep it going somehow.
Maybe,
possibly the case.
Maybe
because this one looks like that. The ones we looked at from Oregon, those are good.
Yeah. And I would also hasten to add, for those of you who don't know, that Billy Meier is a one-armed man. And so that doubly complicates the faking of photographs because, you know, he's got to work the camera. He's got to do a lot of things with that one arm. And it tends to lend a little credibility towards his work, I think.
Yeah. But
then there's the model and there's some video that I think looked fake.
Yeah. So. Agreed. But it looks like it's $4,500. $4,500.
Is it for what? It's saying photographs. So is it like a set of photographs, and are they originals?
A massive sale of space-related photos being conducted by famed auction house Sotheby's includes a rather surprising offering for would-be bidders. A set of purported pictures of flying saucers that were taken by alleged ET contactee Billy Meier. The images are part of a week-long online sale, which began Tuesday and features photos from a very vast array of NASA missions, including the historic Apollo 11 moon landing, for reasons unexplained, except perhaps that they are tangentially space-related. 3 sets of Meier UFO photos from the 70s are included in various lots up for auction. That's curious. According to a description by Sotheby's, the pictures were taken in Switzerland by the self-proclaimed contactee and purport to depict an interstellar visit by spacecraft from the planet Era. The auction house also marvels that they are among the most highly publicized and well-documented images of UFO phenomenon ever recorded. While longtime researchers may doubt the veracity of the photographs, the impact on pop culture is undeniable, as Sotheby's notes that one of the photos was used to create the famous "I Want to Believe" poster featured in the hit TV series The X-Files. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that is a great picture.
Yep. These particular, I had that poster on my wall forever.
Really?
Yes, and I brought it to
great.
I brought it to the comic shop and then lost it there somewhere. These particular photographs are currently up for auction. Were obtained by Lieutenant Colonel Wendell Stevens, who acquired potential flying saucer pictures from Project Blue Book and later became an independent researcher who was a strong supporter of Meier's claims of having been contacted with the proverbial Space Brothers. You okay there, man?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just
no, it's okay. It's okay, man. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. We appreciate him. F for Doomcock, man,
No problem.
coming on. He's coming on wounded, and that's okay because the show must go on. The opening bid for the images is $4,500 for 2 of the photo sets and $3,000 for the third series of pictures. While it is doubtful that the UFO enthusiasts will cough up the money to purchase the prints, it wouldn't be too surprising to see an X-Files aficionado snap up the photos to add to a collection of memorabilia from the beloved TV show. And that I believe that will happen. I believe that is something that they can definitely do. Okay, so let's get to first.
I don't know. I mean, just prints. I mean, it seems like if you're going to fork over real money, you would want like negatives.
Negatives. I want negatives.
Because then you could actually get them analyzed and so I mean you could do further analysis on them and print up whatever you wanted. I mean, it's just a print. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems kind of like a ripoff to me.
Kind of. I mean, shit. I mean, you could just download them off the internet and print them up. I mean,
right?
I'm sure they wouldn't be as good, but you know.
Yeah, we're supposed to. Yeah, that's a lot of money to cough up for
just copy.
Basically a copy. Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe that the aliens were from the Pleiades. They were Pleiadians. I didn't ever know the specific planet that they were purported to come from, but it's a very interesting case. I mean, it's self-breeze stuff as well. You know, with one guy getting tons of fantastic pictures, it just makes you wonder.
It really does. It really does. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. Hang on a second.
Sure.
I have to get to, because I had to log in on the other computer. Is something missing here? What the hell is?
Yes, you had to switch computers at the last minute.
Yeah.
Technical problems.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, because they changed the studio. So I gotta, there it is. You got to go to the go live part there. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. So I want to talk about Randall Carlson. Now, this is a weird video because it's this after school
channel.
Yeah, it's like they stole something from Randall Carlson. I wonder how he feels about this, but it's a good breakdown. There we go.
Yeah.
And we get past this. So they show us the timeline basically. And it is good because his lectures are extremely long and like, they're really good to like go to bed to at night, but like to sit and watch
yeah.
Just basically there's repeated patterns in nature that he goes into that are cyclical in nature, and it's part of some great design, basically.
Right. The golden ratio repeated endlessly throughout nature.
Yes. So we will look at the first one here, and we'll get to super chats in just a second here because we are limited on time today. So, and thank you everybody for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys.
And okay, so what we got here is I can't play the video. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. But it's catastrophes in the time of man, the tempo of global change. So that little red part right there, this is basic civilization. So this goes back 160, 180,000 years on this side. That is the earliest known skeletons found of modern man. Now, it could go back further than that. We need to remind our viewers out there that It's very hard to find fossils of modern man because we tend to walk around outside. So back then we died outside and our bones were picked clean. And so it would take somebody dying in mud or being buried in mud to get to find fossil records is very difficult for modern humans. So the time could be, so see that little red mark there? That's civilization. That's it.
Wow. Wow.
What happened here?
I didn't know that modern humans were around 160,000 years before, the common era. That's astonishing.
It is. And if you think about it, our brains were essentially the same.
God.
So, why did we, what happened to have us just pop up to this and all this time? And I don't know the answer to that question. But Randall Carlson might have an answer. We're going to go a couple frames ahead here. So you see all that time there, there's no written record of anything. So what you got here is this is all the cataclysms.
Oh my God. So we may have like civilization wiped out, civilization wiped out, civilization wiped out over and over and over again. That's what you're basically getting at with this. Oh my God. That is scariest.
Yeah. So, and some of these I had never heard of. Okay. So the Chilean climate shift, I have no idea what that was. The Aquila, the Alika 2 mega slide and tsunami in Hawaii. So did a piece of Hawaii fall off? And the terminal substage 5E climate shift, 117,000 years ago. The Greenland Blitz, Toba super eruption near extinction of humans. That I know about. And so that one happened 72,000 years ago.
Jeez.
The Heinrich event 6, the Heinrich event 5, Osis. I don't even know what those are, man.
I don't know what these are.
Yeah.
So do you think these are verified, or is this like his theory, or are these actual cataclysms that we know of?
Let's take a look at some of these. I'm gonna do the Googles. What do you want to pick? Let's do the Alika 2 mega slide.
What in God's name is that?
So basically, we're doing an ExoZone on like what I do in my free time when I'm bored. I just go like, hey, what are cataclysms I haven't heard of?
This is scary. This is disturbing. Man.
Oh wow. Okay, a case for monstrous. We're gonna go to. Yeah, I don't see. Maybe this is like something he came up with. A case for monstrous Hawaiian waves. San Francisco 500 meter tall tsunami. A 500 meter tall tsunami scoured Hawaii's Big Island long ago. Geologists say the new claim described here 8 December at a meeting in the American Geophysical Union, sounds like a bunch of partiers to me, is the best evidence yet that Hawaii's unstable volcano slopes threaten to inundate the state, but not often enough to alarm researchers. So basically pieces of Hawaii fall off. Now there is we do know about I'm going to get the name wrong here, the Helena slump, which is on the Big Island, because when I was there, I remember them telling, there's a piece of this island that could fall off and, make 1,000-foot tsunami.
Oh my God.
That would hit California, or wherever.
Oh man.
Geologists have long debated whether the Hawaiian Islands have been periodically hit by mega tsunamis, triggered by massive landslides plunging into the ocean. Indeed, several such slides have cascaded from the western flanks of the Big Island, including a 350 cubic kilometer Alika 2 slide about 120,000 years ago. Some researchers think that a Mega tsunami from the slide deposited coral and seashells high on the slopes of the island of Lahani for more than 100 kilometers or more than 100 kilometers away. Others reject the interpretation, claiming that the deposits mark the level of shorelines carved by Liani before tectonic process shifted the island. So, it's a possibility. We can pick another one. Then
what about the Toba super eruption?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, let's
Near extinction of humans. It's like, that's Jesus. I mean, wow.
The Toba super eruption was a supervolcano eruption that occurred about 75,000 years ago at the site of present-day Lake Toba in Sumatra, Indonesia. It is one of the Earth's largest known eruptions, and we're gonna go.
God.
Yeah. Okay, so the Toba's in here. I'll pull this up. This is the very reliable Wikipedia, by the way. So,
well,
take it for what it's worth. But I'm sure they're okay on this. In 1993, science journalist Ann Gibbons posited that a population bottleneck occurred in human evolution about 70,000 years ago, and she suggests that it was caused by the eruption. Geologist Michael R. Rampino of New York University and volcanologist Stephen Shelf of the University of Hawaii and Manoa support her suggestion. In 1988, the bottleneck theory was further developed by the anthropologist Stanley H. Ambrose of the University of Illinois. Both the link and global winter theories are highly controversial. The Toba event is the most closely studied super eruption.
Wow.
Now, the reason they're highly controversial, you know why Randall Carlson gets a lot of shit is because if there were a bunch of cataclysms over time and the earth bounces back, it would disrupt a certain theory out there. Especially if it's a major one that, wiped out half the population or most of the population, then it bounces back. Because right now the theory is the world's going to end. If we listen to Greta, the world is going to end. And while there certainly is things we can, throw away your trash, recycle, we need more electric cars and all that stuff. Of course we want a clean earth. It's not a bad thing, but, I don't think we're all gonna. I think a giant meteor coming down will end us, but not that. The Toba eruption or Toba event occurred at the present location of Lake Toba in Indonesia, according to the potassium argon dating. The eruption was the last and largest of 4 eruptions of Toba during a quaternary period, and is also recognized from the diagnostic horizon of ashfall. The youngest Toba Tough. It had an estimated volcanic explosivity index of 8, the highest rating of any known eruption on Earth. It made a sizable contribution to the 100 to 30% kilometer caldera complex. Dense rock equivalent estimates of eruption volume for eruption vary between 200 kilometer. I don't need that math. The erupted mass was 100 times greater than that of the largest volcano eruption in recent history, the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia, which caused the 1860 year without a summer. The northern hemisphere, Toba's eruption mass deposited an ash layer of about 15 centimeters thick over the whole of South Asia.
God.
A blanket of volcanic ash was also deposited over the Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea and South China Sea. Deep sea cores retrieved from the South China Sea have extended the known reach of the eruption, suggesting that 2,800 kilometer calculation of the eruptive mass is a minimum value or event. Volcanic winter cooling, computer models. I want to get to how many people died. Genetic bottleneck of humans. The Toba eruption has been linked to the genetic bottleneck. Human populations sharply decreased to 3,000 to 10,000 surviving individuals.
Wow. Wow.
According to the genetic bottleneck theory, between 50,000 and 100,000 years ago, human population sharply decreased to 3,000 to 10,000. So how many people were there back then?
God, I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't really know. They're just saying that the genes and everything suggest that level of complexity. That's very disturbing. I mean, my God, who knows? Who knows? Talk about tenuous. My God. I mean, that's like, like the size of, a large, high school or a small college of people. That was it.
Yeah, it is supported by some genetic evidence suggesting that today's humans are descended from a very small population of between 1,000 and 10,000 breeding pairs that existed about 70,000 years ago.
Wow.
Wow. That is crazy. That's crazy.
Spooky. That's very spooky.
I'm glad you're with your family. Everybody, hope you're with you. If you're not with your family, then you're with us, and that's okay.
And man, we have been right and left dodging asteroids over the past several months, and we're just passing through a region of space, I think, that has a ton of these things. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Dilberton for £5, an unexpected ExoZone. Well, nobody expects the wait. Wrong show. Hail Lord Doomcock. Hail Nerdrotic for still bringing fun everywhere on Thanksgiving. I hope this is fun. Actually, yeah, when the show's over, this will probably be, we're going to be decorating the Christmas tree, but I'll probably have Randall Carlson piping in my ear.
Sounds good.
This is Nerdrotic. I love that. Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Hail Doomcock and Gary. Aunt May is hot and Captain Marvel is not. We are truly living in bizarro world. What say you? That's a really good point that I've never thought of. And that proves that we're in bizarro world.
Who is hot and who is not?
Aunt May is hot and Captain Marvel is not.
That's very good.
Oh
man. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I just can't see this Marvel Spider-Man as they've just gone too far away from what Spider-Man was. And so I just look at it as an amiable little bit of fluff, but I don't look at that guy like he's Peter Parker. I look at Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker.
Dude, your rumor on that, I believe 1,000% that's what they're going to do. That's the reason they held back on a sequel and they waited for the Spider-Man announcement. And believe me, that's how it's going down.
That is how it's going to go. Hell, the very comic, one of the sites that was slamming me, then like a week or two later came out with an article. Peter Parker, Spider-Man and Captain Marvel are going to team up against the Sinister Six. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. You're the guys that were saying that my source was a lie, huh?
Yeah. And now you're going to run with an article. Yeah. The Inverse, I fully believe Inverse watches all of our videos and writes contrary articles if you go, and they're terrible.
I don't pay any attention to them whatsoever. Plant Boy can go get stuffed.
Could get planted somewhere. Bird of Prey 5, Kapla for $2 says a Thanksgiving miracle Turkey Day ExoZone. And
there you go. Kapla, my friend.
And Copa and Kapla. I saw your Copa video about the general audience feature, and I think that's very interesting. And that's I got to look into it, but I believe you, Bird.
What was that again? It was about general audience.
General audience. Now I got to look into it, but Bird of Prey 5 has been around forums forever, and he said they've had to be COPA compliant forever. You go watch his video, and he can explain it better. But there's a general audience feature that you can click. It may be that if it's that simple, man. We
have a feature that we can click.
Yeah, I never saw it, but it's there. There's also an app, but I hate attaching apps to my channel. I really do, for obvious reasons. But there's a TubeBuddy app because apparently YouTube is screened all of our channels already for videos that if they're for kids, and they'll mark them for kids. So you can put a TubeBuddy app on your channel according to a video. Don't do this if you have a channel until you check it out first, because adding an app to your channel makes your channel vulnerable to hacks, just so you know. And it runs a scan, and it will pick out any videos that YouTube changed to kids, and then you can know if you made any videos for kids. Now, I went through my channel to the most likely ones that would be for kids, and it did. So, but apparently YouTube has already has done preemptive scan. So we'll see.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I don't trust it. I don't, come on. You remember last summer? I remember last summer. That was a new algorithm trying to figure things out, and it was it slowed YouTube down to a crawl.
Yeah.
Sam Whiskey for $1.99. Have no fear, Palpatine will soon be here. Your journey nears its end.
Or unreasonable facsimile clone thereof. Boy, this thing is going to suck, dude. I've got some big Star Wars videos coming out next week. It is something. What's going on is really incredible. Behind the scenes, and I mean, the whole thing is just so snafu. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, it's bad. I've been, I just been hesitant. I know people who still work there. I mean, I haven't, I reached out to one. We had a brief conversation, and they used to shop at my store, but I haven't talked to them in like a couple of years. Right. It'd be really weird to just go, hey, blah, 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 I'm a YouTube douchey now. Tell me about your job. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But maybe when it's all said and done, I'll reach out to them and
right.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Gawker's Death Rattle for Canadian $2. Coast to Coast. Was it Coast to Coast was at its best when Art Bell ran it? Yep. It went to corporate and downhill afterwards. George Norrie is terrible. And I feel bad for some of the guests, but I know Richard Hoke. I know he's had George, not Norrie. George Norrie. George Knapp is good. I wish George Knapp was running it, or John B. Wells. When John B. Wells was on the weekend, it almost felt like Art Bell was still around. He
was great.
Oh, I love John B. Wells. That is a voice, man.
Oh, yeah.
He did the voiceover at the beginning of JFK, which is awesome. Echo Watt for $2. Guess what Epstein didn't do? Happy Turkey Day to you too.
I can guess what Epstein didn't do. Yeah.
Illuminati. Happy Thanksgiving, Gary and Doomcock, and hail to my favorite dynamic duo. To Gary, did you ever read my email about my experience? Yes, Illuminati, I did. And when we have more time, if it's okay with you, I'll put it on the next ExoZone. I will put it on there. I just never know if I'm supposed to or not.
Right.
Adita Singh for £2. Hail Lord DVD and Gary. Hail to you.
Hey, my friend.
Illuminati for $5. Thank you, Gary. Weird month. Moved to Oregon for a job with Intel. Bought a house. Then got hit head on while at a red light by a young.
Oh.
Probably it was in Oregon. Was it a guy just riding a unicycle on his way to the socialist bookstore? I'm sorry to joke about that, but that's Oregon for you.
Oh my God.
That's terrible. I hope you're okay. Sorry about your car. Hopefully insurance will cover it.
Oh, hope so.
With God. Mark C for $10. My Lord, drink enough bourbon until you no longer feel your face. Drink plenty of water. Then bury yourself in a mountain of blankets and sweat the cold out. Don't forget the vitamin C and zinc.
I'm on it. Thank you for that. I think it's allergies, but now I don't know. I thought it was allergies. I just feel like crap. So thank you. Thanks to everybody who's expressed consolation, and thanks for all the tips, guys. I really appreciate
it. Grimy for Australian $5. I hope J.J. Abrams didn't get to Doomcock. Oh no.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. No, this is natural causes. Natural causes. No
J.J.
doubt
Abrams was
about it.
probably happy. Maybe he'll stop
probably.
making videos for me for a couple days.
Well, I mean, he opened his mouth. He's opened his mouth repeatedly, dude. We're not even breaking anything. This is just reporting what he said, for God's sakes.
This was a gift.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I like when Jeremy called because I didn't hear about it until Itchy tweeted at me. I think he tweeted at you too, and then Jeremy called me, and I just sat down and I saw it. I'm like, I cannot believe this.
I know.
Oh my
It's
God.
amazing.
Can't believe he said that. Some nobody for $2. It's less disturbing when you realize humans survived. That's good. As long as you're the ones who survived. Although, I don't know. Would you want to survive?
It must have been hell.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Think about it. Think about how awful that would be, dude. Wow. Mad respect for those pioneers that gave us Shakespeare and Star Trek and Star Wars. Wow. Without them, we wouldn't have had anything.
No, and it's because we came out of an event, and that's part of the reason where, I mean, if you want to look at it completely scientifically, where did consciousness come from? It might have come from surviving so many cataclysms that it just clicked something on in our genetics and woke us up or something. Because the survivors were the ones who went through, and the most, this is a touchy subject, okay, but this is something that the geologists and anthropologists talk about: Western civilization.
Yes.
And Western civilization went through some of the hardest times in the North when they were freezing during the Ice Age, and they had to, through necessity, be more innovative. They weren't, and they had to work together, and that might have been why Western civilization is the way it is because the people in the North were the worst off. They were cold.
Yeah.
They were hungry. They didn't have a lot of food, and they were survivors. And through surviving, they, it maybe sped up. I don't want to call it evolution, but
technological evolution.
Yeah, technological evolution. Yeah, you got to be careful what I say because people could take it the wrong way, and that's why, it sucks because political correctness is hurting science now. It's flat out hurting science, and politicizing science is that's you want to talk about the end of Western civilization, that'll do it. Adam Child for $1.99. There's Mount Vesuvius, the Mount Vesuvius disaster caused by the doctor. Yes. Was it caused by the doctor? No, it wasn't caused by the doctor. It was, but he let it happen because it was a fixed point in time. So I guess you could say that. But it was actually that, I'm blanking on the name now. The alien species that was down there.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
It was with he was with Donna on that one, and Peter Capaldi was in that episode. God dang it, what's the name of that species? I haven't watched the episode in like a year, but
I don't know.
I have a giant action figure of it. Yeah, it's like a rock Roman. It looks like a giant the Thing with a Roman helmet, and he's flaming. God dang it. Fires of Pompeii, alien. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna have to look now. Sorry. This is killing me.
Problem.
Alien Doctor Who. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius and Catherine, the dilemma. Oh, where is it? Pompeii, the eruption.
I don't
know. There's that circuit there. Oh my God, this is terrible. Well, somebody in the chat will get me because I can't read this whole thing right now. We're limited on time, and I got to keep going. But sorry. I hate to bring something up, but Yellow Flash 2 for $2. This is a good one that I will do an ExoZone on, but I have to do more research because I wasn't aware of this, but he said, I'm fascinated until I started listening to Randall Carlson. I'm fascinated about the Bronze Age collapse. So I didn't know that the Bronze Age collapsed, and it might have been due to a meteor impact in the ocean, which is a theory that's bandied about out there by Randall Carlson. And we'll get into that. But yeah, that is a fascinating one because that's fairly recent. And Randall Carlson mentioned in one of his lectures that there was a meteor impact in the Indian Ocean. And that's where on Joe Rogan, he showed all the tsunami deposits on the coastlines of, I believe it was Indonesia. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. And they look like little deltas on the coast. And you could go on Google Maps and see them. And these things are massive. And this is giant tsunami deposits.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think you've shown that before.
Yep.
And that's something.
Yeah, it's crazy. $4.99 message retracted. I'm sorry. Cheek Klappa 69 for $5. Hail Doomcock, watch Antonio Zamaro's YouTube channel with tons of info on the Younger Dryas period, ancient astronaut archive, and Uncharted X2. Oh, yeah, definitely. Good stuff.
No, that sounds good.
Yes. Shane Carroll May for $5. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to you. The Gardening Snail of Livingston, California for $5. The medieval warming period and subsequent little ice age affected our cultural history and even affected the outcome of our war of independence from England. You know what? It might have. Now that I think about it.
Wow.
That's part of it I didn't think about. Very interesting. Nicholas Horton for £5. Hail Gary in DC. 1850 is when the UK entered a mini ice age when the River Thames froze over. Famous part of our history. I remember hearing about that when I was over there. Adam Chow for $9.99. You all the best. I'm traveling all day and I thought I'd be alone on Thanksgiving. I'm glad I have my friends to keep me company. Oh,
that's great, man.
My favorite natural disaster is
we could be here longer.
Yeah, I do too. We're gonna be wrapping up here in a little bit. And I got to finish the super chats, but if you got to take off, go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off here in a minute. I gotta go and eat and get some rest. But man, it's been great being here.
Yeah, it's been fun. And we will continue this discussion because this is a rabbit hole I can go way down. Adam, my favorite natural disaster is the Thera explosion of Crete in 1600 BCE. The Thera explosion. Oh, yes. That one's huge. That's where it blew up the entire island. Yeah. Dixon Cider for $5, a good friend of Mike Hunt. Hail, Gary. Sorry you were under the weather, my liege. Hope Harvey's gift arrived safely. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friends and family. Somebody posted a picture on my Facebook page of Cthulhu, on the beach. Have you seen that one?
No.
I'll send it to you on DMs. It's an awesome picture. And it's a guy holding up a torch and you see Cthulhu on his arms. And somebody asked if you'd seen this picture. So I'll make sure I get it to you.
I'd like to see
it's brilliant. Happy Thanksgiving, you toxic white males from Sporking News Podcast for $2. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. I was watching you a little bit in your live stream yesterday, talking some shit about Baby Yoda, but it's okay. I understand.
Oh yeah.
Nicholas Horton for $2. The Privoy, they're the Pyroville from Doctor Who. That's why I didn't remember. And they had that the woman who was she turned to stone. I have that action figure. I'm staring at it right now. The Pyroville. Thank you, Nicholas Horton. Bless you, my friend. Hail Doomrotic. I am thankful for DC and Gary, and we and Jing Wong. We are thankful for you. Thank you for the Australian $2. Loquacious Primate, who I will be responding to today. I got your email set up to respond to. Hegel's, you and your big words, Loquacious. Phenomenology of Spirit, 1807, talks about a dialect of progress and how cultures were spurred to develop either by pressing against their own limits in nature of other groups, often war. Yes. But, and that same aspect can be put to Cataclysm. I mean, there's those giant tunnels in Turkey where people dug through rock and it could fit 27 to 30,000 people and livestock in a mountain. And the theory, Doomcock, is they were afraid of barbarians.
Oh yeah.
I
Who
don't
isn't?
think so. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a good point.
And this might be my favorite. This is the last super chat here. So this is might be my new favorite YouTube name, War Taco.
Yes, War Taco.
War Taco.
Hail War Taco.
Yes. For $2. YouTube is only giving me free super chats, or YouTube has only given me free super chats here, apparently. Well, hey, that's cool. And War Taco comes in again, gives us another $2. YouTube and their shadow channel promotions. Hey, maybe. But War Taco, we appreciate you. We appreciate you all in the chat. I'm sorry this was a very short one, but Doomcock has got to get some rest. He's got videos to make, and he's got to relax. And I got to go decorate a Christmas tree because, you know, that Christmas holiday. We'll end with this. I was watching a Marvel video and it disgusted me because they were trying to get you to buy Christmas gifts and they refused to say the word Christmas. I don't.
That's pathetic.
I don't think you should give your business to anybody who refuses to say the word Christmas. I'm just saying. And I'm not a religious person, but if you can't say the word Christmas, but you want people to buy your Christmas gifts, I would, there's some giant middle finger that you could put in their direction. I'm just saying.
I agree entirely. Good point.
Without respect,
Ridiculous.
we reject.
Yes.
Doomcock,
Yes.
please plug your channel.
My channel is Overlord. Well, youtube.com/Overlord DVD. And I also have youtube.com/The Harvey Zone, where ExoZone lives. So if you guys would please subscribe to that. Also, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Doomcock. I would appreciate it. Thank you guys. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
And we appreciate you, buddy. You've been doing some great work. I'm so freaking proud of you. Blazing past 100,000, knew you can do it. Onwards and upwards, as Jeremy says. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, the Phantom Menace, there's a bunch of channels growing, and it has been a lot of fun. And it's just going to get better. We've only just begun, folks. So thank you for joining the ExoZone for a very short one. I want you all to have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. If you're with your family, be sure to appreciate them. If you're not, maybe, call somebody, call your mom, do what you need to do. But whatever you do, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.